Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel Anis Sir's Technology. So in this session we are going to discuss one of the very important topic called nested looping. Nested looping is very important in every programming language. There are so many advantages in the programming of nested looping. What exactly the definition of nested looping? First of all, we will cover some theoretical aspect. Then we will come across on the practical things. Nested loop simply means loop inside the loop are called nested. Okay. Loop within a loop are called nested. Before before discussing the nested looping, I simply want to discuss what is nested. Okay. Suppose there are two set of curly braces, but they are not nested. What exactly the meaning of nested? When something comes inside another thing, this is called nested. Suppose this is one box, this is another box, but when the one box come inside another box is called nested. So the meaning of nested is clear to all of you. So what is nested loop? Nested loop. Suppose in our program, two loops are running one after another. It doesn't mean they are nested. One second. One second. I'm writing an example. Suppose I'm writing a pseudo code, not the actual code. 1, 2, 5. This is one loop and this is the body of the loop. And after completing this loop, I'm writing another loop. So do you think this is nested? No. The answer is no. They are not nested. Because the second loop will execute after completing the first loop. So this loop is written after the first loop. So this is not nested loop. This is nested loop. Suppose I have started one loop, just one second, and inside the body of this loop, inside the body of this loop, I have created or written another loop. This is nested. Okay. When one loop is running completely inside the body of another loop, this is nested looping. Now, what about the coordination of these loops? Just one second. I'm writing the coordination. Let me clear all this. And I want some writing space. Please have some patience. Okay. I have created some space. Now I'm writing. I'm writing. Okay. Just a moment. Suppose I have taken two variable I and j. Don't worry. I will write the actual code in the blue j environment for executing purpose. Just I'm writing. Okay. Providing the rough idea. I and j, these are the two variable. I is responsible for the outer loop and j is responsible for establishing the inner loop. Okay. Outer means outside, inner loop inside. Okay. So I'm writing a Java program. I is equal to 1, I less than equal to 4, I plus plus. Okay. Then after that, I have written another loop. J is equal to 1, J less than equal to 4, and J plus plus. Okay. So this loop is called inner loop, and this loop is called outer loop. Okay. And the inner loop is written inside the body of the outer loop. So the definition of nested looping is proved. Okay. Now here I'm writing system.out.print. I'm writing the short form. System.out.print. It is used to print something in the Java. I hope you know that. It is my assumption that this is not your first video you have watched and you have already the idea of the Java. So on the basis of this assumption, I am explaining J. Okay. and the bracket is closed. And after completing the inner loop, I have written system.out.println. This is system.out.println. It simply means to change or break the line. Okay. Now, what is the dry run of this? Then you will better understand the coordination of outer and inner. Theoretically, I am explaining what is the coordination. The inner loop perform complete. I repeat, the inner loop performs complete for every value of outer loop. Okay, got it? Got it? For every value of outer loop, the inner loop complete its full iteration cycles. Just to give me 1 minute. The value of I is 1, okay? And the j will start from 1, okay? And what we are printing j is 1, okay? 1. And then, okay, still this loop is in running state, and the inner loop repetition is not over. So the j plus plus the j will be 2. Then j will print j is 2. J plus plus, the value of j will be 3. Then 3 will print. Okay, okay. J plus plus, try to understand. J will be 4. Then 4 will print. Now what will happen? J will be 5. Okay. On the fifth value, the inner loop will complete. The inner loop completion doesn't mean this overall game will be finished. Wait. So the j will be reached on 5. The inner loop will completed. Now we will come out from the body of inner loop, and I will interacted with this statement system.out.println. So my cursor is technically placed here, and due to this line, the cursor will shift it to the next line. Now, if we will write something, it will be start from the new line. Now, control will transfer to the outer loop and the I will be increased. So I from 1 to 2. When the I will increase, J will again start it from 1. Okay. Now what will print J? What is J? J is 1. J plus plus. Again J will print 2. J plus plus 3. And J plus plus 4. Okay. Now J will be 5. The inner loop will finished or over. Okay. Due to system.out.println, cursor will shift it to the next line. Then the control will transfer to the outer loop and the I will increase from 2 to 3. And J will again start it from 1. Okay. Then 1. J will be 2. 2. J will be 3. 3. J will be 4. Then 4. And J will be 5. And the inner loop will complete it. Then control will again go to the outer loop. The I will be 4. I will be on the last iteration. I will be on 4. And J will again start it from, okay, just a moment. J will start from 1, then again 1. J will start from 2, then 2. J will be 3, 3. And J will be 4, then 4. When the J will be 5, the inner loop will complete. And due to system.out.println, cursor will come to the next line. Then when the control will transfer to the I, now I will be 5. Now we can see that 5 is not less than equal to 4. So the outer loop will get over. And when the outer loop will be over, then this whole structure will be terminated. This whole structure will be considered as finished. It will be reached on the finish line. So this is what? This is called pattern. I have created a simple pattern with the help of nested looping. Now we can see another pattern. Now we can see some more patterns. For practicing the nested looping, pattern is one of the way. Okay. Now we will cover some more theoretical point. Oh, how to write this program in the BlueJ? Just wait for a second. I will write the entire program in the BlueJ. Okay. Then you will see the proper output with the proper syntaxes. Okay. Let me switch to the BlueJ environment. Okay. Closed. Okay. This one. So lot of things on the screen. I just temporarily removed this. Okay. Like that. Now Here I'm writing first nested. Okay, first nested. This is my class. What is BlueJ? You know that very well. BlueJ is an environment where we can write and test our program. Control A, delete everything. Class first nested. And then public static void main string args. This is the fixed signature line of Java by for creating the main. Without main, any program cannot be executed. This is the definition of the basic level. Okay. I and J. I is responsible for the outer loop and J is responsible for the inner loop. And I will be start from 1. I less than equal to 4. Sorry, I plus plus. Actually, I'm writing with the speed of light. For J is equal to 1, J less than equal to 4, and J plus plus. Okay. What we are going to print system dot out dot print J. And then after completing the inner loop, we have to write down system dot out dot println. My first program is prepared. Let me compile the program. Output is this compiled. Okay. Now we can go for execution. Basic. Okay. Okay, see. We can see the same output is coming. This is my first basic introduction of the nested looping is over. In the next example, let me see there are some theoretical points are pending. Let me complete this. See, this is one more pattern. We will see in the next upcoming video. And we will also see the Floyd's triangle. What is Floyd's triangle? I will explain you. Just let me complete these points. Nested looping are useful for processing the multi-dimensional data like DDA. DDA means double dimension array. All the matrices in the mathematics are covered and represented by the double dimension array in the Java. So for taking the input, processing the data and displaying the data in the matrix, double dimension array. That is called double dimension array. And for processing the double dimension array, nested looping play a very important role. So nested looping is basically used in double dimension array. All type of sortings. What do you mean by sorting? To arrange the random data into a specific order, like in ascending order or in descending order. For that, nested looping is also important. Pattern printing, we have seen. So it is enough for this lecture. In the next lecture, we will see some more example. Otherwise, the video will be very lengthy. Okay. Thanks to